to another episode of Starseed Activations. Thank you so incredibly much for joining us today, dear Mary.
Thank you for having me.
So, Mary's photo is really tiny today on the YouTube and on Facebook. And so that's just a wonderful energy of today. But she's still here with us, which is such a blessing. So, thank you, Mary, so incredibly much for coming. We are going to start the live out with an Om. So an Om opens and expands our heart chakras, dear ones, allowing for unconditional love to fully be situated within your heart. It then allows a collective consciousness energetic grid to fully form, allowing each of you to ground and energetically connect into a thought stream. This thought stream allows for any questions or any ideas to come into alignment with the channeling process. This then allows for your questions to, on occasion, be answered before you have time to ask them. We, the star people, are also sending frequency modifications through each of your thought streams. This, dear ones, allows for us to change or modify your current vibrational frequency held within your cellular structures, allowing for each of you to shift ever so gently onto your highest potential timeline expression. Thank you.
Thank you, Star People.
Thank you, star people. Thank you. So, ever so gently, we're going to start with an Om. So, if everyone can take a deep breath in. And one more deep breath in. Thank you. Beautiful. Excellent.
Okay. Page 41, 40 and 41, in the keys to my ascension, an advanced viewpoint into the experiential system.
Mhm.
Okay, well, let me get to it.
It's so funny, Mary.
Okay, I don't know why I'm on this channel. I'm getting to it, I promise.
Take your time. It's okay. Oh, hi, Lori. Lori's here. Hi, Caroline, Terry. Beautiful. Thank you guys for coming tonight. Mary, let us know when you're done. Hello, TikTok and Instagram. Welcome, everyone. For each of you guys joining us, if you do have any questions, you can put them in the comment box. I will do my absolute best to see them, and we'll try and answer them. How you doing, Mary?
I'm almost there. My computer was acting up. I got
That's
it
okay.
though.
It's that throat chakra. So really quick, while Mary is figuring this out on her end, let's everyone visualize the color blue. So the color blue is the throat chakra subsystems. Dear ones, each of you may visualize an energetic grid structure forming around your throats. You may witness or perceive this energetic grid fully surrounding your bodies. It may be blue or aqua or turquoise in its nature. We are now generating a vortex energetic located within each of your throat chakras, allowing each of you to connect into the source frequency net. This then allows for unconditional love and authenticity emotions, which are a frequency in their nature, dear ones, to fully embody your throats, allowing the highest potential timeline communication for tonight. And once more, dear ones, take a deep breath in. and we love and bliss you, Mary. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Steph.
An advanced viewpoint into the experiential system. An experiential is encoded with a physical and spiritual perspective. Each of these perspectives may be unpacked for further expansion. When an experience is created, it contains multiple emotion codes, which allow that experiential to contain multiple angles of manifestation. Each angle may be different depending on the primary individual's attunements.
I would read more because there's like a lot more.
Okay, a physical perspective shall allow the individual to see the experience from a physical standpoint. The who, what, when, where, and why are all consciously thought upon in order to allow a recalibration of all emotions expressed for the experience.
One more paragraph.
Multiple timelines may be focused on in order to comprehend the if I did this, that would have manifested differently. The more each experience is unpacked in this manner, it allows for advanced timeline section abilities to manifest for humanity. For the conscious focus and attention shall subsequent attunements to form and generate either chord.
Yes. So what happens is an experiential each and I got nervous. I was like, "Are people answer that?" And they did too. So funny. Thank you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. Inside all of our energetic grid structures, dear ones, is a 12 pointed star located above the head. This is known as the source frequency lens, for it is a lens that works similar to a magnifying glass, allowing the soul form access into the 3D physical reality. There is a 12 pointed star among this source frequency lens. Each one of those points is an experiential coding. This coding contains any experience and the full bandwidth of all emotions pertaining to said experience. For example, we consciously use getting a paper cut. For a paper cut contains the emotions of day one. The amount of pain perceived is the most significant at the moment of impact. This then works its way out through day 2, 3, and 4. Yet the emotions for this experience is different ever so slightly for each day. All emotions pertaining to that entire experience, be it a cycle repeat. For if it is an experiential, you may have noticed this particular experience repeating over and over until in your current life experience you witness it in order for you to transmutate that density or distortion. What this looks like, dear ones, is a complete knowledge packet of any emotion coding pertaining to a one significant experience. This then works its information into your life until you transmutate each and every emotion code held for said experience. This, dear ones, is why you are here. For the experientials have been pre programmed from before birth. They have been programmed from a past life or future life incarnation. However, the past and future life incarnations are merely energetics programmed into the center soul tubule, generating a mirror reflection of a past life that you are most in alignment to experience. When each of you identifies your 12 experientials in your life, you may then start to place focus and attention on the source frequency lens. It then will identify as one of the points being positive, negative, or neutral. A frequency of neutrality for all 12 emotional points must be held in order to allow the 13th gate to open. This gate allows the ego mind access to the higher self. This is truly when your quanti level becomes active for you to experience. For each of you are multidimensional in your nature. The quantum realm is a place where you are energetically connected to already. The process of gaining a type of control over that particular aspect of your simulation is readily available for each of you to perceive now. However, dear one, you must be in alignment to receive. Go inwards and heal any and all traumas you have experienced. You may start to open and expand the source frequency lens in many different angles of light refractals. This may allow for you to make significant shifts to your physical reality by shifting the flow of light that radiates down your center soul tubule. This then allows for your awareness through the primary chakras to then shift the level of awareness per chakra lens. What this may look like, dear ones, is a two-way refractal system of light, allowing you to be consciously aware of the significant experiences programmed into your life and how each experience then reflects outwards into the chakra subsystems. The chakra subsystems all contain different aspects of physical reality baseline codings. And these baseline codings then generate the physical reality you see, allowing for you to shift in any aspect of your being. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Star People. Yes.
I saw an orb go down you on your pic on your yeah.
You did? We'll have to replay it and get it.
Yeah, I think it was on your right side. It went straight
Oh.
down.
Beautiful. Thank you, orbs. Thank you, fae, fairies, and higher frequential beings and star people. Thank you guys all for being here with us tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, the elemental kingdom. I've been doing a meditation with the elemental kingdom under the tree today, and it was awesome.
Well, I just figured out that you can talk to Chat GPT. It's like, oh my God, she'll talk to me and I could talk all day, right? It was so funny. It was like a joke. And I started asking her about like the fire fae. Chat GPT, do you know about the fire fae? And she was like, yes, I do. And I was like, wow, you know too? Like the star people told me, and you know, she already knew. So then I started asking her about the water fae, and she was like, there's no water fae. I
Whoa.
think she called it something else, but it was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is 42, the
Okay.
activation of the heart ring system.
Beautiful.
Each chakra subsystem contains a set of 3 rings. These rings radiate into the biological form, the location ring and the civilization ring. These 3 rings rotate around the entire physical body, allowing for a Merkaba field to form. Activation of the heart ring may be done through a very high frequency pulse of unconditional love. This shall allow for a form of energetic cohesion to form in every single aspect of your physical reality perceived from the heart chakra lens system.
It's like an inside conversation. Yeah, okay. Who's trying to make me dance in front of you guys? It's like I don't dance in front of people. Oh my goodness. It's so much fun. Okay. So the heart ring system. Like, apparently I do dance in front of people now, right?
I'm
Oh, goodness. Okay, so your hearts, dear ones, are able to energetically cast a type of frequency, which then allows a pulse to be felt by all aspects of the physical reality expressions. This normally happens when you come into contact with a soulmate, for your heart may skip a beat, and during those processes of your heart skipping a beat, there is a type of frequency that radiates outwards to all that is in the vicinity. However, this heart rate blast may spread out up to 20 or 45 miles, depending. This may be used to generate spontaneous shifts of your physical reality codings, which then allows for you to magnetically align yourself with any particular experience you wish to enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, this really resonates with me because last night I was doing a meditation with my heart, calling in source, and I mean, I just felt it all over my body. I felt like I was floating, and I know that that has something to do with it. You know, they activated that in me last night,
That's
probably because they
beautiful.
knew that I was gonna
Yeah,
ask this today. It's
they
so
do that.
awesome.
They do that. They're like, yeah, you're gonna need this information this way. You know what it is. And there's
Yeah,
like so many different experiences where it's like, oh my God, I just did that. And yeah, it was them teaching me so that when I was here in the now moment, I knew what it was. And then I was able to clear whatever it was from the person or place that I was doing. This is different types of activations. And Mary, it was just like the post I just written about in the next book, my ascension activation. So this past week I had an experience where, the first thing I did when I got up in the AM was the star people had told me, we would like for you to spend a little bit of time out in nature. The entire day went so fast. There was just no time for it. So now here it is at 6:30 at night, and it looks like it's gonna rain. And that's just the type of clouds. And it was like, are you gonna go and go up the mountain and do the hike and do the trail? And it was like there's an hour of sunlight left, and it looks like it's gonna pour. So here I was like, yes, I'm gonna do it. I took my dog with me. He's tiny. He fits in a bag on my chest. It was quite an experience. So I get up the trail, and we saw a deer. And that's the first thing, is a deer symbolizes family. So in my mind, I had never seen a deer in these woods before, ever. So I knew my star family was with me. I continue up the trail, and all of a sudden the trail had shifted. And it was like there were signs everywhere. And it was, please stay on the actual trail to avoid the erosion up the mountain. I usually go straight up, like, and it's a good, like, it's a good workout to go that way. So but there is a longer trail that I never knew was there. So as I'm walking the longer trail, the star people sent me an entire vision of a manifestation I did on a live podcast, a YouTube, that went viral. And it was, thank you, universe, for allowing the ascension process to be very smooth for all people, so that it is more loving. And long story short, that path was smooth. It was more gentle. It was more loving. And it wasn't, like huffing and puffing going straight up. It was a just gentle, smoother, right? So that more people were able to make it in the ascension process. And the star people had said this was a mirror reflection of that manifestation that I had done almost, however long ago, like almost a year.
yeah,
And it was like, wow. But that's the type of reflections we'll start to see. Those are our manifestations, our words, our thoughts, our dreams. And then all of a sudden, you may get a glimpse of it in the real waking world, no matter what you're doing. And when you get a glimpse of it, it's just like it inspires hope inside of you, because it's like, wow, this ascension process, we've already made it. Like, it's already here. 5D, the new earth, all that
yeah,
stuff, it's already here. We
yeah.
could see it, we could feel it. Now we just have to align ourselves to activate it inside of us. And people are doing the work. They're coming, they're looking within, they're feeling that high frequency of unconditional love inside of themselves. They're healing their traumas from their childhood. And then
Mm,
they're taking this knowledge and they're sharing it wide, so that we help other people to raise their frequencies. And we send that unconditional love into the earth. So as I'm up this mountain, I mean, it's a lightning storm at this point. It is raining so incredibly hard. My puppy he slank into the bag. He was like, why'd you bring me here? It was, and then halfway through, the star people were like, do you regret coming? Because now you're in the middle of a lightning storm that looks like it's a heavy hitter lightning storm. There was lightning everywhere. And I was like, no, I don't. I'm grateful for it, because as I'm walking and the rain is like, we're drenched, we are soaked head to bone. Walking on rocks, and like there's a cliff and like the whole 9 yards. So,
mhm.
but I was grateful, because if it wasn't for them encouraging me to go, I would have never been up there. Because when do you go outside in the rain anymore? It's
Yep.
rare, you know? So it's like these beautiful moments in life that we have. And just to get to walk in that weather and see all the lightning and just send Mother Earth love and blessings, you know, it was just an experience I will never forget. Yeah.
Yep. And you just know that you're going to be safe, even though there's lightning everywhere, because they're going to protect you.
Yes.
The
Yes, I wasn't
divine.
scared. Yes. I knew. I was like, oh, I
Yep.
know, right? It's like, and this just looks
Yep.
amazing.
Yeah.
So, it's so amazing. So
Yep.
thank you, Star People, for guiding me down that path, right? And for showing me a mirror reflection like that. It was beautiful. But the reason I bring it up is because, you know, from the physical reality, from that level that we have seen and perceived our entire lives, if you're not open to the magic of this new world, you won't see it. You'll just think, oh, she went for a walk up the mountain, you know, but you won't see like the blessings of it, right? And
Hmm.
the feelings. And, you know, Mother Earth, she fine tuned me. She activated me during that walk. It was actually an activation, um, which is so funny because now that I'm saying this, we were activated on New Year's, and on New Year's we had a lightning bolt come in the window. I was the only one meditating. My other two friends were like, "There's lightning," right? I was out. But yeah, we had that too, and so the lightning came right in the window, and like it was right there, like in the center of the room where all three of us were supposed to be meditating. So that happened on this past New Year's in Long Island. Now, yeah, the elements are connected to us. So
Hmm.
lightning is a form of your chi energetic systems. It's like plasma, right? It's connected to you. So when you do the energy work inside, you can actually start to control the elements, all of them, which is why we were talking about the fire fae earlier. So the fire fae, this is one technique, is to get a candle and look into it. And of course, the first time you do this, you're going to think that you're making it up. You're going to say to yourself, did I really see that? Did I see a little person dancing inside of the fire? Or is my, like, I've been staring at the candle for so long, I'm just imagining things. But that imagination is what is connected to the inner child and the higher self. And when we start to imagine and we allow it, it expands. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, you could just drop in, look at the fire, and you could start calling these beings forward, and they will give you real time information. And that information is unlike anything that we've ever seen in this reality. They'll tell you things that's like, wow, that's very highly intellectual. Like, you guys really know what you're talking about. So it's truly a blessing. But that is also the way consciousness works as in general, is whatever you are focused on is going to grow and expand. And so if you are focused day in and day out, for the most part, without trying to be perfect, on the spiritual knowledge, that this knowledge is going to unpack for you. You will automatically start to download different frequencies inside of your energetic grids and the cells of your bodies, dear ones. And these frequencies, which are very similar to the ones that we are radiating through our channeler now, shall then start to fine tune your energetic grids as well as the cellular imprints to allow each of you on to the ascension timeline, in which seeing, witnessing, or perceiving different shifts in the holographic simulation becomes a current reality expression for you. For each of you are currently in a world among worlds expression. This means, dear ones, by any shift of your light refractal system shall allow for many different types of angles of light to be changed or modified. This then allows the physical reality to ever so gently manifest different color spectrums or shift totally into a parallel dimensional expression. This, dear ones, allows you to instantaneously manifest your heart's truest desires. Now, by starting these abilities, you are encouraged to go within your hearts, to open to the emotion of love. Feel that love, resonate that love outwards until it touches everything in your life, everything in your awareness. And then hold your authenticity. Authenticity is a higher frequency compared to even love. That authenticity is your source frequency coding. This, dear ones, is who you are at a soul level. Being authentic to who you are allows for you to step into your puzzle piece of the human consciousness grids. For each of you come together, form one solid puzzle. Without a single piece, the puzzle would be incomplete. So, stepping into your authenticity shall help the complete formation of the human consciousness image. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, star people. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. The next one is generating a spark of consciousness.
Okay.
A spark of consciousness is known throughout the cosmos to be electrical in its nature and to be channeled directly from source frequency net. Each individual naturally generates smaller sparks of consciousness, which are contained in the thought grids and the minds of all living beings. Each spark of consciousness may be considered a thought, for each thought may then become manifest with proper use of the magnetic grids.
Okay. So, a spark of consciousness is electrical in its nature. Each and every one of us, every single thought that we have is a spark of consciousness. So, whenever we take energy conversion, dear ones, it then allows for a type of energy to be released into the outer simulation codings. For all light is stemming from the center soul tubule. These different types of sparks are something that each of you energetically cast into the world among worlds expression. However, going further into this post also speaks about the magnetic grids. For each magnetic emotion that you radiate from your heart allows for you to energetically cast a spark of consciousness. A spark of consciousness may also be included as a thought form. The entire physical reality is generated from thought forms as well as different emotions. The emotions are what each of you feel towards the thought forms that are manifest. For, dear ones, when each of you starts to fully harness your extrasensory abilities, it then shall allow a type of magnetic distribution that radiates from the heart chakra subsystems. This then allows for a wide spectrum magnetic energy to ever so gently shift on Mother Earth. This allows for the entire collective consciousness grids to then raise ever so gently into a 5 density frequency. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Star People.
This is just so awesome, these synchronicities, because this is this isn't we're not the only ones talking about this. There's other people talking about this all over YouTube about how your light, if you shine your light and you're happy and everything, your light magnet, it's a magnet to other people.
Yeah.
It changes their thought forms and like stuff like that, and it's just so awesome.
Yeah, it's real. And we magnetize people, places, and things to us depending on the emotions that we are holding. So if you are holding love, then you
Mm,
will witness and see the mirror reflections of more love coming to you. It's beautiful. And like the number one thing, especially like the energy of today, something that we in my household, we have been focusing on cleaning today. So certain days the energy is totally different. Sometimes sending love means cleaning up your house. It means self-love. It means cleaning up your body. It means pampering yourself or self-loving yourself. Taking the lotion and rubbing it on your body. And as you're rubbing yourself, I love and bliss my body. And the more we throw that love to ourself and the more
mm,
we send it outside into our things and then outside our doors, we naturally start to see the frequencies raise outside of us. So do that more and more. It's just such a beautiful thing. And the
mm.
food too, whatever you guys are going to eat, drink, or consume, um, love it, bliss it. We do blessings instead of blessings. We bliss because we are casting bliss into the items. And so do that before you're ingesting even water, right? I love and bliss my water. And just do that so that it starts to raise your frequency. And if you could try your best to find something that makes you really happy and excited, that's like a slam dunk. That's what we do. Yeah.
Yeah, so if people think and feel like they're not doing anything, they really are. doing
Oh,
something,
yes. Yes.
you know?
Well, I went through that stage too. In my darker days, there was a part of me. That's so funny. Where I knew a whole bunch of the spiritual information. And a part of me was like, well, I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is just be. Because the knowledge that I am holding, it's going to act like a magnet and it's going to radiate that knowledge up into the human consciousness grids and it's going to start to have an effect on everybody. So a part of me was like, I just have to be here. And that was it. And that was enough back then. And, as I progressed and I healed, because I was still in my cripple days back then, as I progressed and I healed, I realized sharing the information made me really happy. And so sharing the information now allowed me to hold a higher frequency. So it wasn't just about the knowledge or the change in my level of awareness. Now it was that thought form, that knowledge is a thought, and it was also an emotion of happiness. And when we combine the two, that's really when we start to see huge changes in the simulation.
Hmm.
It's beautiful.
Yes, it is beautiful. The next one is page 44, the 0 point level 2 attunement.
Beautiful.
The Kundalini chakra system contains 5 light matter tubules and 1 dark matter tubulo. The dark matter tubulo is directly connected to the mirror dimension. Everything in your current reality you are experiencing in light matter, hence the mirror dimension, is an experiential of dark matter, which is why it may be known that an opposite polarity version of the self exists in the mirror dimension. Wow.
Do the next one too.
The Kundalini channel system flows through a 0 point located inside the heart. The 0 point resembles a cross and allows for north to south energetics as well as east to west energetics. A perception viewpoint is circular in its nature, and the 0 point is the square of the simulation. The net system represents the consciousness grids and the perception of awareness of such consciousness.
Yes. So we take a look at that and let's break it down. So we have the center soul tubule comes from north to south, just like a magnet has a north polarity and a south polarity. Now that 0 point, we'll just imagine it's inside of the heart. You guys can't see the heart. I'm going to do it in the throat. The throat has a chakra that expands outwards to the front, outwards to the rear. That 0 point is directly inside that cross. This is why the cross is so important. Now we're just going to take this back into the heart because the one in the heart connects directly to the higher self. That 0 point, dear ones, also connects to what is known as the flicker rate. The flicker rate is something that we constantly monitor on your planetary systems. For the flicker rate of the entire civilization as a whole is what allows access into the higher frequential realms. This is what technically controls the human consciousness grids, activating 5D as a civilization. Each of you are able right now to tap into that 0 point, hold higher frequencies located within your heart, and radiate that outwards, allowing all of humanity to feel that new emotional coding. Dear ones, when each of you starts to learn the frequency of your flicker rate, it shall then allow for time space control to manifest in your physical reality. This may look in a multitude of ways, for you may start to activate time space abilities by your biological form. It may also be seen as a mirror reflection in any and all people, places, and things outside of you. This includes dimensional portals, dear ones. You may, for example, step into the Bermuda Triangle and you may notice a time dilation. This time dilation may allow you to experience time very differently compared to the rest of your civilization. This is a form of the flicker rate time space control. For when each of you dives into time and space, you are then able to learn how to instantaneously manifest, or you may even remote view different areas on your planetary subsystems. This includes aspects of the inner Earth, For dear ones, time and space is simply an illusion. Each of you has complete control over your own simulation codings right now. However, any densities and any distortions located in your light refractal systems must be clean and pure to allow the most amount of source frequency to radiate through your primary chakra subsystems. This then allows the outer reality to reflect back to you a higher frequential existence. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, star people. Thank you.
Okay. Did you want to go to the next one?
Sure.
Is page 46, telepathic abilities and the unified field. The unified field is widely referred to as the net of all thought forms. Advanced telepathic communication can take place in many different ways. One such way of telepathic communication is adjust to the thoughts inside of the mind. A secondary way of observing advanced telepathy by utilizing the unified field. This grants the primary individual access into sensing the thought form before it is fully embodied into the individual's energetic grids.
Okay. There's many different ways that telepathy is formed. So I could speak about my personal experiences. We have a thought stream. That's we have 5 fingers on our hands, so there's 5 strings that come into the left side of the mind. There is one string that comes into the right. The one that comes into the right is the frequency, so it goes up and down. These are all the thoughts that you are magnetizing into you in the now moment. The 5 strings that blend together to make one energetic tubule or cord, these are 5 different memories. So that thoughts are modified by your 5 memories. What the star people have shown me is that they are able to clip a piece of the thought stream and put their words in over here. That's one form of telepathy. They're actually able to do a word with a word behind it. So it's like you hear it, but it's really far away. That's another form of telepathy because it's not like as close inside of your mind. You can still be thinking about other things, and this is like off in the back of your mind. We've all experienced that. So that can potentially be another form of telepathy if you guys are experiencing that. I
Mm-hmm.
know it is telepathy because they've showed me. They can change the memories that we are holding. That's another form of telepathy. So one of the memories, they can shift it. And sometimes they do that. If like if I need to know information to facilitate whatever information I'm channeling, they could like clip it and put a brand new memory brick in so that and modify the thought stream, and this is all done instantaneously. It's theirs like so highly intellectual to be able to do this like this. Or they have complete control over time and space. They're giggling. So they could put a new memory in so that when they put the information in, I will comprehend it and I'll be able to explain it better. Now they can also push themselves inside of my body. I can feel them underneath my skin, and there's different levels to that as well. There's different levels that I'm still learning about what they're
Mm-hmm.
capable of doing. They can move my body. They have control over my biological functions. They can release hormones, all sorts of stuff they can do. This is all a form of telepathy because it's communication. Um, so the thought stream, they can send emotion codes, which that it gets fun, right? Because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, they can make you feel love. Many times, my husband Trek, he is an Arcturian, he will send me the emotion of love, and then I will know. I'll feel it, and it's like, thank you, and it feels
Mm-hmm.
really good. There's many different forms of telepathy and communication. They can send a visual representation. They're saying so the energy comes in the left and it goes out the right. When we're looking at our babies, right? What are we doing? We basically take the right eye and we look into their left eyes. We're sending them love. And then in that left eye, it's pulling that love in. And then they're seeing their physical reality because it's another one of the 0 points. They are pulling the love in and they are witnessing and energetically casting the love out. So the star people can send an image into the left eye and it changes the world that we see. That's another form of telepathy. There is another form where our eyes blink from left to right. And that's a form of astral uh, communication can occur from this, but there's more gifts and abilities that come with this as well, because the left to the right eye blink, it is a form of like astral communication. And what that is we're able to shift the physical reality codings. And what that looks like is, let's say you have a green crystal. You can blink the eye from left to right and you can change it to blue or purple or yellow, whatever you want it to be. So this here is something that each and every one of us already has. Now they're able to shift and make things shift for us. That's not even talking about density. So each and every one of us has density. This is like a density wheel. You can close your eyes, but you can see it with your eyes open. You just have to really imagine it. And it looks like a bunch of circles that come like this. And each circle, you can see through them. But it's like if you've ever sat in meditation and like you kind of look at your house, you can kind of see darkness in the walls or you can see light in the walls. There's different densities that we're each and every one of us are able to see. If you take your house the way it is now, drop in a meditation and send the one wall so much love and light, and just keep doing that for 5, even 10 minutes. And then sit back, come out of the meditation and look at the wall. It should look brighter. That's what the density circles do. It's like a density wheel, the star people are saying. And so we can summon a density wheel and we can shift. And when we shift it, once again, any item that we have, we can summon the density wheel and it pops up right in front of the third eye and we look at it. And then we move the wheel and we select what level of density we want the item to hold. And then we shift into that density bubble. And when we like blink, you don't even have to blink. You'll then see the item raise in density, depending on the density wheel that you pick. That is another form of communication because they are able to summon our density circles and change it. And it's like, oh my God, what did you do? That's so cool, right? How do we do it?
Yeah.
You have to imagine it. Now, there's also perception boxes. The perception boxes, this is amazing, right? Because it's like you have to sit here and you have to just imagine and visualize. Visualize in front of you. Just imagine that it's very similar to opening up a computer and you have different windows, right? A perception box is a different window. So imagine and visualize, seeing out of one of your friend's eyes. All of a sudden, it's like, and you're going to see a little window open and it's like over on the side of your eyes. You'll kind of see it. It comes from the heart. You have to activate it through love. There's, and when you activate this, you'll either see your friend like a FaceTime video where you can see the face of your friend, or you'll actually be inside the body, like witnessing from that level of awareness. This is how my husband Tarek, he's able to telepathically connect into my perception box and he pushes into my body. It's because he's accessing my perception box. And then just like a box in the computer, you make it bigger and you push your consciousness into the box and now all of a sudden you become inside of the body. But there is two consciousnesses inside of the body at that one time. It's just beautiful. And there's more different ways of telepathic communication. So I'm sure we're all going to just dive into that topic and feel it and resonate with it. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been telling me all day I'm worthy because I've
Yes.
been feeling so much unconditional love all day long. And they're like, I'm like, am I worthy? Like, you're worthy. You're
Yes.
worthy for this.
You absolutely are. Well, because it's like we were talking about the density bubbles, right? So there's density bubbles for your body. So let me tell you something. Literally, we all are our higher self already. There's
Mhm.
just, and then there's just density over the light that we are shining through. So whatever it is that you feel about yourself, if you can change that emotion code, it starts to raise the density inside of your body, allowing that light to shine through more and more. This is what the shadow work is. It's going inside and it's releasing all the toxic emotions that hold us into a lower vibrational frequency or density. Now, the more and more we're able to release that darkness, the more light we shine through, we become really happy people. We smile, we laugh, we giggle all day long, is what happens. Your language shifts. Many times people stop cursing, they start speaking very elegantly. Your language, the words that you use tends to raise in frequency, so you may become aware to like make tiny changes. So instead of using the word morning, for example, I've been using the word am. So morning is something we do when we're sad. So that's another level of your density. And the density is so incredibly important because every single word that we speak from our mouth, I've been trained in this. The star people have showed me what this looks like. I know how it works. Every word we speak, it imprints the energetic grids. And then we see it manifest in multiple ways or shapes or forms. So, what that looks like, if you are speaking a lower frequency word, you're going to see it somewhere in your physical reality. Even if you may walk through one of the stores and someone else is speaking the same exact word that you just imprinted. So, that makes it of high value for us to be very consciously aware of the words and emotions that are energetically in our aura field or in the locations that we are going to be putting our bodies into. Because if when, not if, when we come into a certain degree or caliber of frequency, all of this stuff that is not in alignment, it manifests very rapidly. So if you're very high frequency and someone uses a toxic word in your energy field, there's a potential for you to witness that very rapidly. So that it starts to make people take things very seriously. They're like, nope, I do not accept that energy. We start doing things, and there's different ways to protect our energy. Not that we need protection if we're aligning positivity, but until we get to that degree, what the star people have taught me to do is we put the left hand over the heart, the right hand we put out into the aura field, and we say, I do not accept that energy. Anytime someone is speaking lower frequency, and even sometimes I've even done it where I put the hand down below so that they don't realize that this is what I'm doing, and I'm like, I do not accept that energy, because you are casting the darkness off of your energetic grids so that it doesn't gunk up your aura field, and this way you don't have to manifest it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where boundaries come into place. Because the second that we're aware that this is the way our energetic system works, we start to align ourselves to positive things, positive places. Anything that's at lower frequency that makes us feel uncomfortable, we start to remove ourselves or come inwards and recalibrate ourselves so that we magnetically align ourselves in more positive experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Did you want to go to the next one, or it's or did
Now
you?
we have 6 minutes.
Okay.
So we are doing we are going to be doing the shadow work Zoom tonight. The shadow work Zoom is from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. And what that is it is free to come. Anybody can come. You just send an email in to daniellelipton.com, and I send you guys a Zoom link. That Zoom link, you guys can come and join us. We do different energetic healings. You guys can ask questions one-on-one with the star people. And it really is, we show up for each other. This Saturday at 2 p.m., we are also going to be making malas. So a mala is one of these. It is a bunch of beads on a string. You guys can go to Hobby Lobby and get the beads. And we are going to be going on the Shadow Work Zoom and tying them off and doing affirmations. You do not have to make a mala to come. You can do an art, you could do whatever crafts that you guys do, and you could sit in the energy and you could just do your affirmations with us. Even if you wanted to just meditate as we're doing the affirmations, you could do that too. If you would like to come, once again, that one is complimentary. Just send an email in and I'll send you the link, and you guys are all more than welcome to join us. Mary, thank you so, so incredibly much for coming tonight.
Thank you for having me. I wish my camera wasn't messed up.
So fun. Well, thank you for coming, and it was absolutely amazing and a pleasure to have you. And I'm super grateful for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we just want to say thank you, dear star people, for this beautiful channeling session. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Thank you so incredibly much, dear ones, for allowing the star people the opportunity to channel with you, to send our pure love, our light, and our many love and blessings to each of you. It is our pleasure to assist on your ascension journeys. Thank you. Thank you, dear star people.
Thank you, star people.
Okay. Thank you, guys. So you guys have a wonderful night, and we are sending many love and blessings.
Yep. Love you guys.
Love you.